Number 26 in the VSA range is Red Sun Rising, starring Dawn the Dragon Wilson. And from 1984, this rather typical action movie has some standout features that we'll get to in a minute. But first, the basic story. We have Dawn the Dragon Wilson as Hoshino, a cop whom sees his partner get killed in front of him by the maniacal bad guy.
There is nothing you can do.
A kind of businessman and his trained assassin killer. Did I pick up their names? Not particularly. Doesn't really matter either. Then we are transported to LA, where the businessman has been arrested. Hoshino has travelled there to escort the man back to Japan, where he is going to be incarcerated and all that jazz. But of course it's never going to happen, is it? Because that would be a fairly simple movie. What we see here is the man escaping from prison, starting a kind of gang warfare between two gangs, and where we have our hero kind of falling into the middle of that with Detective Ryder, who is kind of reluctant to work with him first and foremost, and then she really grows to appreciate this guy's outlook on life as he learns a new martial art so that he can defeat the assassin bad guy. There is a lot going on here. It's almost like two vying movies. You know, you have a kind of reverse Black Rain, where you've got our Japanese cop, fish out of water, coming to tackle the bad guys. Then you have a kind of LA gang war movie going on at the same time. It tries to meld both of these factions. Doesn't quite work completely, but the one standout thing about this movie, the one thing that you really can't prepare yourself for, is the amount of racism and comments that are just unbelievable towards characters in this one. They are jaw-droppingly awful, particularly from our main character, who has a backstory about why she hates Asians, which is just... Do you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it. You need to see it to really feel how terrible it is. But the reaction that these people have towards people of different cultures is just unbelievable.
What is this? I don't read Martian. Speak English? English?
You see me again, Beaner.
Oh, Captain, you're gonna have to get somebody who gets along with Japs.
So, what you say, Tojo? How you like it here in the land of the big PX?
So you've got this typical plotline. You've got some characters that I particularly love. Mako is an actor I always love to see in these kind of movies, and any kind of movie, to be honest, because he always brightens up the screen.
You will stay for dinner, won't you?
Oh, I have to go back.
Good, good. You haven't lived till you have tasted fettuccine buntoro.
Here he is a Shaolin monk who has came to LA, been Americanized, and now is living the good life, but is going to help our struggling martial artist learn some new abilities later on so that he can be the yin to the assassin bad guy's yang, so that they can have a proper fight at the end of it. The fight sequences are pretty fun, the action's pretty decent, and it keeps enough of it in the storyline to keep you amused throughout the film. It never languishes too much on the kind of half-hearted plot and story that it has. It just keeps the beats ticking along. It is perfunctory. It's typical action fare of the mid-90s. Well shot, but ropey in the acting, good action that's there all the way through it to keep you entertained. But it has another fantastic addition to this, Michael Ironside. It's always good to see Michael Ironside turn up in a movie.
What I don't understand is how you two could take a simple extradition and turn it into Pearl fucking Harbor.
Here he is the police chief that's always shouting down at the rogue detectives because they're not obeying the law when they go about their cases. It's a great addition. It's Michael Ironside. I'm happy with that. Red Sun Rising had fun action moments, some ridiculous kind of line readings and just dialogue throughout it that was, kind of shocking, highly entertaining. a complete misgiving on the filmmaker, I think, who decided this was appropriate for the film. But my goodness, yeah, need to be seen to be believed. I kind of enjoyed Red Sun Rising. You know, nothing out of the ordinary there. It's just typical 90s action fare. If you were a fan of those kind of movies, you're going to find something here that you should enjoy. Either way, I'd love to know, one way or another, your thoughts on Red Sun Rising. So let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this film. Don't forget to hit the like button as well, and up here there are more content you can check out. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership, or manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me, and it would be gratefully appreciated. And I will see you next time in Man v Film.